Back at Mile High Stadium, Jim Fragosi's lineup this afternoon. Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mickey Morandini, second base, bats second. John Kruk, first base, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third base, bats fourth. Darren Dalton, catching, hitting fifth. Jim Eisenreich, the right fielder, bats sixth. Pete Incaviglia will be in left field. He'll hit seventh. Kevin Stocker, the shortstop, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching, Danny Jackson. They're facing the right-hander, Willie Blair.
5 wins, 9 losses. His ERA is up a little bit, 4.91, a little over 5 strikeouts per ball game, and pretty good control, 2.5 walks per 9 innings.
Defensively, behind Blair, Charlie Hayes at third, Vinny Castilla at shortstop, Roberto Mejia at second base, Gerald Clark at first. Danny Schaefer doing the catching today. In the outfield from left to right, it's Eric Young in left, Chris Jones in center, and Dante Bichette in right. Umpires today working the play will be Larry Vanover at first base, Angel Hernandez, Randy Marsh at second, and Ed Rapuano will umpire at third. Phillies have not lost a game here at Mile High Stadium this year, and in the 5 games played here, the Phillies have scored a total of 56 runs. Ball should jump out here again today. St. Louis has won their game this afternoon. So the Phillies need a win to stay 9 above the Cardinals. The Cardinals beat San Diego 3-2. Mike Perez won it. Mark Davis lost it. And Lee Arthur Smith, his 41st save. Phil Plantier hit a home run for the Padres in that game. Lenny Dykstra takes it high. Dykstra hitting at .304. Leads the league in runs with 111. Leads the league in walks with 99.
He's had a good series. He's had 5 hits, quite a few walks, scored a lot of runs. He's hit a home run. Happy birthday to Ray Heron in Ridley Park. 75 today.
Two balls and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra is 4th in the league in on-base percentage. He's not had real good success against Willie Blair. He's 1 for 8 lifetime against this right-hander Blair. Blair, a 27-year-old from Lexington, Kentucky. There's a shot for a hit to right field. Bichette over to cut it off. So Lenny Dykstra is a leadoff base runner. How many times have we said that? A lot.
Really scalded this pitch right down the pipe. He's been on base now 8 times here into the 3rd game.
Brings on Mickey Morandini. Mickey hasn't started in a while. He's hitting at .228. Dykstra with 32 steals, 6th in the league in stolen bases. Thanks to Kevin Mayock from Westmont, New Jersey. Pocket flashlights Kevin sent up. Kevin and lovely wife Elaine are vacationing out here, enjoying Phillies baseball.
George and Mary McMiniman in Bridgeport, PA, married 43 years on this August 19th.
No balls and a strike to Mickey Morandini. Willie Blair was signed originally by Toronto, an 11th round pick in the June '86 draft. And he was traded to Cleveland for Alex Sanchez in November of '90. Then in the winter of '91, traded to Houston along with Eddie Taubensee, a deal that sent Kenny Lofton and Dave Rohde to Cleveland. Pitch out and nothing is on. 1-1. He was the 11th pick in the 1st round of the expansion draft from the Houston Astros. Beaten the Phillies twice, once with Colorado and once with Houston, 2 in 1 lifetime against the Phils. Breaking ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Morandini.
Walter Duckworth a birthday. Nice slider there. That was a changeup, I believe. Straight changeup. Caught Mickey out in front.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Morandini. Blair's coming off a complete game win, his only complete game of the year. He beat the Dodgers 4-1 in his last start. Went to Morehead State University. Chopped foul down the first base side. Longtime season ticket holders Nelson and Norma Horst from New Holland, Pennsylvania, here attending the games in Mile High Stadium as the grand prize winners of the WLYH-TV New Team Dream Contest. And Nelson and Norma also celebrated their 26th anniversary here. Another pitch out. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, then he's been doing some running in this series. He stole 2 in last night's ball game and 1 in the first ball game. So, you know, Lenny picks his own spots. He's one of the runners who has the green light to go when he thinks he can make it. He'll go now.
It's a full count to Mickey Morandini. Giants are leading Pittsburgh after 6 at Pittsburgh, 6-2. Willie McGee and Todd Benzinger have homered in that game. Pretty close play. Dykstra just got back.
He hung a little bit there on that. Look at here. Well, he slipped a little bit. Boy, that was close. Woo, was it ever. He spun his wheels on that first step. Almost cost him.
He goes, and it's fouled on a play. It's still 3-2.
Send our best along to Joseph Schlichtman in University of Pennsylvania Hospital, recuperating, and Margaret Schisko in Brookhaven is 90 today.
One-day game completed in the American League today. Kansas City putting some heat on those Chicago White Sox in American League West. Beat Minnesota again 4-2. David Cohn won that game. Ground ball. They still might have time, and they do turn the double play. Despite Dykstra running, it's a 4-6-3 double play.
Well, the bad thing about that one was that Morandini swung at a ball that almost bounced up there. It would have been ball 4, 2 on, nobody out. Now 2 out, nobody on. So that 3-2 discipline really made a difference there. Mickey hasn't been playing a whole lot, but that was so far out of the strike zone. It's not a hit and run. It's a run and hit if you get a strike.
Brings on John Kruk. Kansas City, with their win today, moves within 2 of those Chicago White Sox in American League West. The Sox are idle today. 1 strike to Kruk. He hit a pair of home runs here last night. Slams that ball to right field, but the shot makes the catch. Bills down in the first. No runs, a hit, no errors, and none left. After 1/2, Phillies nothing, and Colorado coming to bat.
Upon completing the rear axle C diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set and secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simple things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. That's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
This Dodge Dakota Sport comes with the Magnum V6, automatic, rear anti-lock brakes, and a price under $11,500. Cutting your choice of trucks down to 1. Dodge.
So don't miss the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer. Now save up to $13.57 on Dodge Caravans, including air conditioning at no extra charge. So cut yourself in for great savings at the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
It's the last business person special of the year. Wednesday, August 25th at 12:35. The Phillies play the Rockies, and all fans get a handsome poster featuring all the Phillies pitchers' compliments of Mel and PSFS. Call 463-1000 now.
Don Baylor's Colorado lineup today will have Eric Young in left field leading off. Roberto Mejia, second baseman, bats second. Chris Jones in center field hits third. Dante Bichette, the right fielder, batting fourth. Charlie Hayes, third base, hits fifth. Gerald Clark at first base will bat sixth. Danny Schaefer doing the catching today, hitting seventh. Vinny Castillo, the shortstop, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching Willie Blair. They're facing the left-hander Danny Jackson.
9 wins, 9 losses, respectable ERA, 3.76, 5 strikeouts per 9 innings, 3.5 walks.
Dave Hollins at third behind him. Kevin Stocker at shortstop. Mickey Morandini at second and John Kruk at first. Darren Dalton doing the catching. In the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dykstra center, and Jim Eisenreich in right. Eric Young will lead it off. Young hitting at .257. Send our best to John Casper in Winona, New Jersey, and Joe Lynch in Sicklerville. And his friend, their friends, Craig and Eric, send us up some cookies here. Phillies fans enjoying this series. Missing with a slider, 1-1 to Eric Young. Missing again, 2-1.
Happy birthday to Joe Coletta in Chad's Ford from his mother-in-law Alice.
3-1. Jackson's first appearance against Colorado. Full count to Young.
Young didn't like that, but that looked like it was. He thought it was high. He's asking Larry Vanover, but if that isn't a strike, there aren't many strikes. I mean, that's right around the waist. A lot of times, sometimes they won't call it.
Fouls it back and out of play. Count stays full at 3-2.
Gene and Anita Burns from Churchville, PA, watching their visiting family here in Denver and attending the ball game.
Him. So Young's a leadoff base runner. He's a base stealing threat. He's stolen 31, 7th in the league in steals. Joe Poliafico is here. Former Phillies resident of Upland, Pennsylvania. Sending along his best to his grandma and moms, Vi and Polly. Eric Young, runner at first base and nobody out. High with that one, 1-0. Roberto Mejia hitting at .231. Just a 21-year-old. Came in the expansion draft from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Good-looking young player. He's hitting .299 at Colorado Springs with some power prior to being called up. 14 home runs.
Jackson does not have a good move to first. His strength there is that he holds the ball. He just holds it.
They pitch out. Dalton's throw, though, is high, and it's a stolen base. Eric Young. He steals despite the pitch out. 32nd stolen base.
Well, Jackson held the ball, but Eric Young had such a big jump that even with the pitch out, throw wasn't good, but I don't think it would have made any difference.
So Young at second base, 2 balls and no strikes to Mejia. Three and nothing. Jackson hurting himself with control here coming into the game. In 155 innings, he had 86 strikeouts, 60 walks. Mejia on 4 pitches. And it will bring up Chris Jones, the center fielder. This is a dangerous park in which to put people on base with walks. Ball really jumps out of here.
And almost anybody can hit one out to left field. I don't care how strong you are, how weak you are. Once in a while, you're going to hit one over that fence.
Fly ball to left center field. Pete Incaviglia calls. And he puts it away for out number 1. Now Jones is now 1 down. It'll bring on the hot-hitting Dante Bichette. Bichette is the 8th leading hitter in the league, batting at .320. 3rd in the league in slugging percentage, .553 slugging percentage. Leads the league in doubles with 37. His 18th home run here last night. He's knocked in 75. One ball and no strikes.
Really wild high is Jackson. And the out he got on Jones, Chris Jones, that was also a ball, but Jones chased it.
Got a breaking ball over. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dante Bichette. Nothing game. We're in the bottom of the first. Colorado with 2 men on base and 1 out. Bichette chased the bad pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Don Baylor. Joe Girardi. Baylor very popular out here. He was an excellent ball player. Had a career with quite a few clubs, but California Angels is the one he came into his own with.
Struck him out with a backdoor breaking ball. Well, that's 2 outs, and that'll bring up Charlie Hayes.
This is a real bad swing by a guy who has a lot of good swings. That was backdoor also, and may have been a little outside.
Charlie's hitting .300 right on the nose, 18 home runs. He has knocked in 70. One ball and no strikes. Just missing with a breaking ball. 2-0.
Seems he's kind of gone to his breaking ball because he wasn't getting the fastball over.
inside corner, 2-1.
Might have got a call there. Hayes didn't like the call. He thought it was either inside or high.
2 balls, 1 strike to Charlie Hayes with 2 men on base and 2 outs. Hoops a foul down the right field side, 2-2. That one off. Stays at 2-2 to Charlie Hayes. Charlie, the second player picked by the Rockies in the expansion draft from the Yankees. Phillies move from here to Houston. Colorado will be off. The Broncos play a football game here tomorrow. They'll play the Mets a doubleheader on Saturday. Mets are already in town with a rare couple of days off. Full count. Flowers will be moving. Young from second base. Mejia from first base with 2 outs. Walked him. Jackson has walked. The bases loaded here in the first inning. And we'll bring on Gerald Clark. Clark hitting at .277. He had a 10-game hitting streak, called it here last night. On the inside corner for a strike.
I thought that was up and maybe inside.
Wide with it, 1-1. Colorado with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Deep and foul. He ripped that one. Really laced the slider, but foul by about 30 feet.
He hit a tracer shot here. Ball was up inside corner. That's the kind that will leave ballparks in a hurry.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out to retire the side. No runs, no hits. No errors, 3 left after 1, 0-0.
Our values are changing these days. People are reconsidering what to do with their money. And while just about everyone else is trying to sell you a $15,000 automobile with some interesting standard features, we'd like you to consider an automobile from under $7,000. With some interesting options on what to do with the rest of your money. The Excel from Hyundai. Cars that make sense.
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why is Bert busy and Bob not? Now, do you suppose Bert's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use? The genuine Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Belle Atlantic cover.
My store is my life. I've given it everything. To me, there's nothing else like it.
At Nationwide Insurance, we believe that every business is different. Each one has its own needs. You have to...
They've helped me with my home and car insurance, so I knew he could develop a plan to protect my business.
And the last thing Bob needs to worry about is insurance. That's my job.
Nationwide is on your side.
After one inning of play, the Phillies nothing and the Rockies nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include Friday and Saturday night's games from the Astrodome at Houston. Will be on the air at 8 o'clock on both nights right here on PHL 17. Dave Hollins leads it off for the Phillies. Nothing game here in the second. Hollins hitting at .277. Batting 100 points higher right-handed than left. .338 right-handed, .238 left. He's 8th in the league in runs scored, 9th in the league in walks. 1 ball and no strikes.
Allen's looking for his first hit in this series. He's hit some balls hard that were caught.
It's that ball hard, but it's foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hollins can't believe that call. Low and away. Here it is.
It's only a foot outside. Look at that. That's almost 2 feet outside.
Right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-2. Places the ball into left field for a base hit. Young gets it back into the infield, and Hollins is a leadoff base runner. That'll bring up Darren Dalton.
That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone either. It was high and outside both. Dave step out. I mean, that was over a foot outside, but he really got good wood on it. I guess if they're going to swing it, though, you shouldn't squawk if they call them strikes, but you don't get hits on pitches that far out of the strike zone very often.
One strike to Darren Dalton. Dutch batting at .258, 21 homers. He's knocked in 87. Second in the league in runs batted in. Barry Bonds is 7 ahead of him now, having a good series at Pittsburgh. Bonds has 94. Second in the league in walks, 95, 5th in on-base percentage, and 9th in slugging percentage. Sharply hit, foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You wonder how Gerald Clark caught that ball. It was a bullet and foul. Usually you can't catch him that far foul, hit that hard. He was hanging around the bag because of Hollins, of course, but a pretty good play on a foul ball.
Ball and 2 strikes to Darren Dalton. Very high fly ball, center field, not real deep. Chris Jones coming on. Makes the catch. Dalton's out. And it will bring up Jim Eisenreich. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Eisenreich hitting at .329.
Beautiful day out here in Denver. It's gorgeous.
ball and no strikes. 0-0 ball game. We're in the second. There's a base hit into center field. Holland's round second, never stops. Here's the throw. Holland's safe there, moving up is Eisenreich. Holland's first to thirds and seconds to home, about as good as anybody on the ball club. He just does not stop, and Jones' throw was offline.
He's sitting there by Eisenreich on a pitch out away from him. Oh, you're right. You'd have to bulldog Hollins to stop him. He sees that base and he goes.
So the Phillies now with the runners at second and third and one out for Pete Incaviglia. Rockies will bring the infield in early in this game.
Yeah, that's kind of a surprise, because if it gets through, 2-run score instead of 1.
Fouls it straight back. Incaviglia hitting at .261. 20 homers. He's knocked in 72. Hitting .323 with runners in scoring position.
Has 74 hits and 72 RBIs.
Two strikes to Incaviglia.
Got a good pitch to hit there. First one was a bad pitch to hit, but he really had one he could drive there. He just missed it. Don Zimmer. Popeye, they call him.
Long-time manager, coach, player. Pops a foul, backing out of play. It's still 2 strikes to Incaviglia.
Zimmer played on an expansion team, managed an expansion team, and is now coaching an expansion team. And of course, with a lot of stops in between. The best years were managing the Red Sox. They won over one year they won 95 games, still didn't win the division. His whole life has been baseball. Has a steel plate in his head where he was beamed. In the minor leagues, he was beamed twice.
Bouncing ball, tapped to shortstop. They come home, out at home on a close play. With the infield in, they came home. That was a close play. Hollins a head-first slide. Castilla, the shortstop.
Made a good throw where the catcher could catch the ball and make the tag almost in the same area. Had it been, one way or the other, Hollins, who broke on contact, might have made it.
So the Philly runners now are at first and third with 2 outs for Kevin Stocker. Danny Schaefer looking in the dugout to see if they were going to walk Stocker, even with the runners at first and third. Stocker has really hurt the Rockies in this series with some key 2-out hits.
6 RBIs with 2 outs. His mom and dad are here. And Schaefer wants to, tell his pitcher, let's be very careful here. We do have a pitcher coming up next. But he's been in a couple situations like that, and they pitched to him, and he's hurt him.
1 ball and no strikes to Kevin Stocker. Outside quarter for a strike, 1-1.
Pitch. He has 2 in a row. They're a foot outside, but you see Schaefer setting up outside. I mean, why set up over the plate? Look at here. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. You can call a pitch that far outside a strike.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Stocker. Sets up outside again and gets him to swing at it, and he struck him out to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the second, 0-0.
I don't care what you think. No one does.
He is the man you love to hate.
How do you dial a phone with a straitjacket on?
His words can kill.
Who's dead? Who's dead? Tell me who's dead.
And he knows it.
You're telling me you sent me a bomb in the mail?
No, someone wants to kill him.
I know where you live, partner. Sweet dreams, sweetheart.
Eric Bogosian, Alec Baldwin.
Come on, get him out of here now.
And Oliver Stone Film. Talk Radio.
Tonight at 8 on PHL 17.
Good afternoon, Freedom Mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage understands that the best mortgage is no mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage wants to provide you with freedom from your mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage. Freedom Mortgage.
If the interest rate on your mortgage is over 8%, you should refinance now. We could save you hundreds of dollars every month. When you call Freedom Mortgage, you're going to get fast, personal, expert service so that we can provide you with a mortgage that works for you instead of you working for your mortgage.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Negative.
To save pennies per call on your 800 service, would you risk losing sales?
No way.
No. Not a chance.
That's what over 9 out of 10 800 users we surveyed said. Introducing Maximum Advantage from AT&T. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guarantee on the most reliable 800 service in the business. Know anyone who can beat that?
No.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
It's a really good-looking baseball jacket, free for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Acme and Kraft when the Phillies play the Reds Sunday, August 29th at 1:35. They'll make a racket to get this jacket. Call 463-1000.
Final business person special of the year coming up Wednesday, August 25th. These Colorado Rockies will be at the vet at 12:35 game. And all fans receive a terrific Pride of the Phillies poster featuring the Phillies pitching staff. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Last chance to see the Rockies at the vet this year. Final BP special of the year, 12:35, August 25th. Order your tickets easily by phone by calling 463-1000 or stop by the Veterans Stadium ticket office. Danny Schaefer leads it off. The catcher hitting at .277. Veteran receiver who spent his years in the minor leagues for the most part, hits it right at Jim Eisenreich. 1 out on 1 pitch, and it'll bring on Vinny Castilla. Castilla batting at .271. .21 extra base hits. He's divided them evenly. 7 doubles, 7 triples, and 7 homers. Fly ball center field. Dykstra backtracking. Makes the catch in front of the warning track. 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the second. It will bring on Willie Blair.
That ball is carrying.
Game at Pittsburgh's over. San Francisco has beaten Pittsburgh 6-3. Brian Hickerson won it. Bob Walk lost it. Rod Beck his 37th save. Will be playing a little later this afternoon against Los Angeles. The Braves have won 9 in a row, but at this point are now 7 games behind the Giants. Blair's batting .097. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going to be a base hit. Pitcher Willie Blair singles in the hole to short. First hit given up by Danny Jackson, and the batter will be Eric Young.
Nothing Stocker could do about this. Hit it sharply deep in the hole. Couldn't get anything on the throw.
Eric Young walked his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes. Breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. Missing with the breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. High pop-up down the right field foul line. Eisenreich in fair territory makes the catch. That'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left after 2, 0-0 game.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it.
Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers. Summer clearance time is on at your Hyundai dealer. And up to $2,000 factory cash back makes it the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Right now, you can get into a sleek new Elantra for as low as $86.49. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And that's not all, because you'll get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in for the best selection during summer clearance time. Ends Labor Day.
Something evil has invaded Grover's Bend. Critters.
Sunday at noon on PHL 17. You're watching Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17.
Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place for that one-of-a-kind taste. Whitey, you saw the big left-hander Steve Carlton yesterday. How many teams did Lefty play for after he left the Phillies?
He looks good, too.
I'll bet he does.
Yes, he does. He's up there, down there, up there in Durango, Colorado, right at the base of the Rockies. He's got snowed in last winter, and they had to plow him out.
Danny Jackson leads it off for the Phils. Jackson hitting at .087. On this trip, Phillies clubhouse guys, Kevin Conrad and Phil Sheridan. Bat boys, Anthony Panuta and Craig Marquis.
Anthony got creamed with a foul ball last night in the dugout. He already has a cast on one arm and hit pretty hard last night. He's all right. Bruised.
2 balls and a strike to Danny Jackson. There's Anthony. Two and two.
Guy's a pretty good pitcher, Willie Blair. When he's around the plate, the ball has movement. A little tail on his fastball, pretty good slider, throws a changeup.
Pitches well against the Phillies. I'm a little surprised his overall numbers aren't better than they are. 5-9, 4.91 ERA. Struck out Danny Jackson. That's the second strikeout for Blair. One down here in the third. It'll bring up Lenny Dykstra. He singled his first time up. Sunday, August 29th at Veterans Stadium when the Phils take on Cincinnati. Great looking warm-up jacket for all fans 14 and under. It's a blue pullover with the Phillies logo on the front and back. Compliments of Acme and Kraft. Jacket day for all youngsters, August 29th, 1:35 against Davy Johnson's Reds. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster locations. Ball and no strikes to Dykstra. He singled his first time up.
That uniform dirty already on that slide into second. Trying to break up a double play.
2 balls and no strikes. Inside corner, 2-1.
Pitches are outside, but it's not going to do any good. He's going to keep calling them, obviously. Hitters can squawk and squawk. The catcher sets up out there, and he knows what he's getting and what he isn't getting, and they're going to take advantage of it. Trouble is, you make a hitter swing at that pitch, as Stocker did to strike out in the last inning.
Full count to Lenny Dykstra. He beats the ball foul. It's still 3-2. Nothing game. We're playing in the third. Shot. Mejia knocks it down, recovers in time to get Dykstra. Nice play by Roberto Mejia. The more we see of this fellow, the more we like him. He's a 21-year-old, just called up from Colorado Springs.
Kept the ball in front of him. It bounced off his chest, but he recovered quickly enough. Hit like a bullet, too.
2 down. It'll bring up Mickey Morandini. He grounded into a double play his first time up. Mariano Duncan has the day off today. Ball and no strikes to Morandini. 3-1. Hit to center field and deep. The ball is carrying, and this ball off the fence. Jones couldn't get it. Quickly brings it back in, and Boa holds him at third base. I think Morandini might have been able to circle those bases. A triple for Mickey Morandini, his 7th.
Yeah, he would have been able to circle had he known the relay throw was going to get messed up around the mound there. That ball really is carrying out there. Chris Jones, and the ball, he hit the ball. That's what gave Morandini some extra time.
I would throw it from the ground.
I was a little surprised that with 2 outs, Boa didn't let him go. But with Kruk coming up, if there was any chance he'd get thrown out, I suppose he used good judgment.
Mickey Morandini's 7th triple of the year. It brings on John Kruk, who lined out to right his first time up. One ball and no strikes. Two and nothing. Outside corner, 2-1.
Kruk's had a good series, 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 home runs.
Drive to deep right field. Bichette over, can't get it. It's a fair ball. Morandini scores a double for the Crucker. The Phillies lead it 1-0. Bichette really plays way off the line for almost all hitters, and thus could not catch up to that fair ball by Kruk down the line. He plays way over in right center.
He doesn't have a lot of range. I suppose that's one of the reasons he plays deep, so he can cut things off. He does have an excellent arm from right field. So he has a lot of ground to cover out there. This is a huge outfield from center to the right field pole.
Brings on Dave Hollins. Phil's lead at 1-0. Smash past Charlie Hayes and down the left field foul line. Kruk scores. Hollins at second with a double. And the Phils lead it 2-0.
Fans are booing here. You don't hear that very often. I don't know who they're booing. Maybe Charlie Hayes. That was a screamer, though, that Hollins hit.
I don't think so. I think the fans picked up that ball when it was in foul territory, and they thought it was a foul ball. Because it was hit like a BB. Here's a shot.
Well, it wasn't anywhere near being foul.
I know, but see, it caroms there, and I think a lot of the fans picked it up at that point. Because they don't boo their players here. Bruce Ruffin was taken out last night after giving up 2 runs and giving up the lead, and they gave him a standing O.
Triple double has scored 2.
Darren Dalton takes one low, 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies now gone 137 consecutive games without being shut out. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Darren Dalton flied out to center his first time up. Ball balls and no strikes. On the outside corner, 2-1. Three balls and a strike to Dalton. Jim Eisenreich waits on deck.
Doesn't really come close to giving Dalton anything to swing at. The one pitch that was a called strike was probably a ball, but the others have been way out of the strike zone.
Ooh, so was that one.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Dalton telling him. I really can't believe that.
It's Larry Vanover, rookie umpire. Now here's the pitch that he called.
Look at this. Look at
this.
this.
Way outside and
Come
low.
on.
Dalton fouls it back. Still 3-2. Dave Hollins at second base, 2 runs in, 2 outs. Now to make sure that was low and away again, but that's the type of pitch he's been calling for a strike. Dalton walks for the 96th time. He's second in the league behind only teammate Lenny Dykstra, who's walked 99 times. And now Larry Bernard, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk to Willie Blair. Phillies now gone 137 consecutive games without being shut out. The last team to go this many without being shut out, St. Louis. The 86 and 87 Cardinals won 145 games. The modern National League record is 150 consecutive games without being shut out, set by those Pirates of 24 and 25.
That's the modern record.
Well, that's
what do they consider?
Post 1900.
Yeah, okay.
We're not counting the 19th century. Here's Jim Eisenreich. He singled his first time up. Ball center field. Chris Jones is there. And that will retire the side, but the Phils put 2 on the board in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and leave 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Phillies on top 2-0.
Do you want your car done right? If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
The summer Toyota-thon clearance is music to your ears. Every dealer is making super deals.
Squire, things are hot here with big savings, low financing, and immediate delivery.
Lease a Camry for just $259 a month, complete with air, power steering, AM/FM stereo, and more. Camry ranked best model in initial quality in its price class. The summer Toyota-thon clearance is too good to miss. Oh, terrific!
The legend of the Colonel's rotisserie gold is the talk of Lake Edna. You should hear what they're saying about the deep marination. The slow roasting. That special blend of herbs and spices. and the golden brown color. But 5-year-old Allie put it best when she said, the Colonel's rotisserie gold in quarters, halves, and wholes. At KFC, we do chicken right.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural. Proud to be your Bud. By your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. And by AT&T because you're not the same as anybody else. There's the I-Plan. Leading off for the Rockies here in the bottom of the third is Roberto Mejia. Mejia walked his first time up. Phillies lead 2-0. Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place for that one-of-a-kind taste. Can you name the number of teams Steve Carlton pitched for after he left the Phillies?
They pitched for Minnesota.
One of them.
Pitched for San Francisco.
Two of them.
I mean, there's more?
Yep.
Huh. I don't know the third.
Actually pitched for 4 teams after he left the Phillies. The Giants in '86, the White Sox in '86. Cleveland in '87 and Minnesota in '88.
Cleveland, I didn't remember Cleveland.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Mejia. He'll be eligible for the Hall of Fame next year. Balls and 2 strikes.
He was one of the first major league pitchers to make $1 million.
Yep.
He was the victim of an unscrupulous agent.
Back through the middle, a base hit for Mejia. So Mejia is the leadoff base runner, and that'll bring up Chris Jones. Second hit given up by Danny Jackson. Jones skied out to left his first time up. Shortstop Stocker. He goes the bag himself and completes the double play. So Jones out on a 6-3 double play. 2 outs and no base runners. It will bring up Dante Bichette. Stocker has certainly done the job for the Phillies since coming up from Strand Wilkes-Barre. He's made all the plays and his hitting has been sensational. Phillies weren't even counting on him to contribute offensively, but he certainly has.
Hit a 3-run homer here in the first game that went over 400 feet.
1 strike to Bichette. Breaking ball, nothing in 2.
They're working so hard on him to make him get a swing where he'll pull the ball more. I think that's hurt him a little bit. He's hitting .320, which is nothing the matter with that, but he's not a pull hitter.
Bichette called out on strikes, and that will retire the side. Third strikeout for Jackson. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. Chris Wheeler joins Rich Ashburn in the fourth. At the end of 3, it's 2-0 Phillies.
We thought we'd been everywhere, seen everything. We were wrong.
We're back to the bone. We're back to the bone.
These guys were weird, and we liked it. Later, they took us to the Tower of Bud. Brother, tomorrow we ride again.
The Phillies will be loaded for bear when they play Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, September 6th at 7:05. And Tuesday through Thursday, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, all at 7:35. Then they'll try to send the Astros into space Friday, September 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And Sunday the 12th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under get a free backpack. Call 463-1000.
This Dodge Dakota Sport comes with the Magnum V6, automatic, rear anti-lock brakes, and a price under $11,500. Cutting your choice of trucks down to 1. Dodge.
So don't miss the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
Right now, get $1,000 cash back on a very well-equipped Dodge Shadow ES. Hey, no. Or take $2,000 off the top of a Shadow ES convertible during the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
Phillies will play these Rockies again Monday night at Veterans Stadium. Monday, Tuesday nights are 7:35 starts, and the final business person special of the season on Wednesday afternoon, 12:35 start. Then the Reds will be in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night, 7:35. Saturday, 7:05. And Sunday is a 1:35 start. That's Jacket Day. Here's Incaviglia, and you can kiss this one goodbye. Home run. Deep left field, Pete Incaviglia, and the Phillies lead it 3-0. He jumped on Willie Blair's first pitch.
Yeah, and that one didn't have a whole lot to do with a short porch out there either. He just killed that thing.
His 21st homer, his 73rd RBI. He has 75 hits now and 73 runs batted in. That's amazing.
Well, here you see the first pitch of the 4th inning from Willie Blair to Pete Incaviglia. Little running fastball that ran right back at him. And did he launch it? You can go watch it a little bit.
Kevin Stocker struck out his first time up. 3-0 lead for the Phils. Bunt. Schaefer, almost threw it wide, but Clark able to reach it. 1 out here in the 4th. Danny Jackson, the batter, he struck out his first time up.
Incaviglia talking after the game last night about what kind of numbers somebody like him could put up playing in this park all year.
I'll tell you one thing. I would think he would be a threat to the home run season record.
Be unbelievable the way he pulls the ball.
Strike 2 on Danny Jackson.
You know, Incaviglia, as talented as he is offensively, he's not a guy that's going to sit and brag. But I just tried to get him talking about what he thought he could do here. And, you know, he didn't come up with any numbers, but he had to say, yeah, I think I could put up some amazing numbers here.
Jackson strikes out for the second time. Third strikeout for Willie Blair. That's 2 outs, and Lenny Dykstra will bat. Lenny's 1 for 2 with a single. Well, Pete's a pull hitter, and he gets the ball airborne. That's all you have to do here.
You know what? He'll hit some low ones, too. And with that little screen they have out there, he'd be hitting line drive home runs also. And they'll only be here 1 more year, and then they'll have a much fairer ballpark when they move to the new Coors Field.
Ball 1 to Dykstra. Then he hitting at 304.
Pete Incaviglia, what an addition.
The Incredible Hulk.
He is big. He says that ball he hit Sunday That line drive's the hardest ball he ever hit in his life. He said at any level of baseball, even those upper deck homers, he said he can't ever remember hitting a ball that hard.
It was caught.
And it was caught. It almost knocked the shortstop over.
Ball and 2 strikes on Dykstra. That was Baez, the Mets shortstop, made that play.
Bases loaded in the 3rd inning.
Mets are starting to play a little better ball. They played a good series against the Phillies. They could have swept it. They could have played a little better, but they lost 2 out of 3.
Yeah, they finally gave up on Anthony Young. Sent him out, put him out of his miseries for a while. They brought up that Osias Manzanillo. I know you can't wait to get him in a game.
2-2 to Dykstra. 2 outs, nobody on. Fouled.
Gives us a chance to send special birthday wishes along to Mrs. Lucinda Coverdale from Philadelphia. Got a nice letter from her granddaughter Phyllis Williams, who is community outreach coordinator WFLN in Philadelphia. And she evidently is just a tremendous Phillies fan. Watches every game or listens on radio. So happy birthday to Mrs. Coverdale. Hope she enjoys her day in the ball game. She is 79 today.
Willie Blair, the 2-2 pitch. Look out. Full count to Lenny.
How about this year when they come up with a total on how many pitches Lenny Dykstra saw? They keep it on a record. I mean, I can't imagine a hitter having seen more pitches than this guy this year.
Yeah, knock on wood, he stayed healthy. Look out! Look out! Look out! Home run, Lenny Dykstra. Phillies lead it 4-0. The dude's 15th homer, his 40th RBI.
Phillies are just unbelievable in this ballpark. They've hit 130 home runs now.
Well, Incaviglia homer, Dykstra homer, and the Phillies have doubled their lead, 4-0. Well, Mickey Morandini, who's 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored.
Lenny Dykstra once again gets a pitch that he can handle. He gets ahead in the count and hits a line drive home run to right field.
Boy, has he had a series here. That's his 7th hit, his 2nd home run. Got a bunch of runs and walks. Ball 1 to Morandini. Mickey's first start in quite a while. Hits a bullet. Right center. Will he try for 2? Nope. Jones gets the ball in. So Mickey Morandini with a 2-out single. His 2nd hit of the ball game. And John Kruk will bat. Kruk has hit the ball hard twice. Lined out. And doubled to knock in the Phillies' first run in the 3rd inning. John is 1 for 2, hitting at .342. Phillies playing long ball here in the last couple innings.
We could check on this, but I think that's 15 home runs now they've hit in this ballpark this year.
Was going for 1. Chased a high pitch. Strike 1 on John Kruk.
Yeah, Kruk's better off in this yard when he stays to that opposite field stroke and hits it to the short porch and left.
Phillies with a 4-0 lead, which is really no big deal here.
No, it's early.
That's playable by Chris Jones in center. That'll retire the side, but the Phillies get a couple of runs on home runs by Incaviglia and Dykstra. 3 hits, 1 man left. Rockies batting in the 4th. Phillies lead 4-0.
Unreal stories of the Highway Patrol.
We got one party line in the roadway here. Definitely going to have injuries.
A drunken man's joyride takes a deadly turn for the worse.
When I first pulled up, there was no movement. The guy was laying face down on the ground. Blood just pouring out the side of his face.
Plus, I'm in pursuit of a black Mercedes in excess of 100 miles an hour.
Wyoming police go on a dangerous high-speed chase. Unreal stories of the Highway Patrol.
Tonight on PHL 17.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Negative.
To save pennies per call on your 800 service, would you risk losing sales?
No way.
No. Not a chance.
That's what over 9 out of 10 800 users we surveyed said. Introducing Maximum Advantage from AT&T. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed on the most reliable 800 service in the business. Know anyone who can beat that?
No.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
Ah, the signs of summer. They're all around us. Now there's a new one, the Oldsmobile Summer of Savings. It means it's the best time of the year to buy a new Olds, like this loaded Cutlass Sierra Special Edition. It was $16,174, now only $13,995. You'll find Oldsmobile Summer of Savings prices just as exciting on every new Olds in stock. Look for the new sign of summer that says it's the best time ever to buy a new Olds.
Big college football game coming up at Veterans Stadium on Saturday, October 30th. Navy Notre Dame, a 12-10 start. College football, all the pageantry and spirit of a traditional rivalry. The Fighting Irish play the Midshipmen at Veterans Stadium. You can order your tickets easily by phone. Just call the Phillies at 463-1000 or stop by the Phillies ticket office at Veterans Stadium. This football game sponsored by Super Pretzels Soft Pretzels, Herman's World of Sporting Goods, WOGL, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. Saturday, October 30th, Navy Notre Dame. I'll give you Navy in 14 points right now.
How many?
Charlie Hayes.
You say 40?
14.
Oh. Yeah, that's close.
Charlie Hayes fouls one off. He walked his first time up. Hayes, Clark, and Schaefer to face Danny Jackson. 2 strikes on Charlie Hayes. Hitting 300 right on the nose. Charlie's going to be looking for some extra money next season.
I wonder if he'll be here. He spent 1 year with the Yankees. Now he's over here and could command a heck of a contract. It'll be a tough decision for them.
High with a slider. Phil's lead 4-0, bottom of the 4th. Bullet back through the middle.
Danny Jackson has a very low follow through, and it's a good thing he did on that one. I think he isn't finishing straight up.
Single for Charlie Hayes to lead off the Rockies 4th.
Where Jackson finishes the pitch, and look where the ball is. If he's a stand-up straight pitcher after he throws the ball, that thing is right at him.
Ought to be a foxhole out there that those pitchers can dive into.
There's Larry Bernard getting on the phone to get somebody up with Blair due to maybe hitting this inning.
Gerald Clark fouls one off. He struck out his first time up. Jackson was in first inning trouble when he walked the bases loaded with 2 outs, but he struck Clark out to get out of the inning.
Getting Gary Wayne, a left-hander, up.
A little cloud cover here at the ballpark now. Chase to high pitch, strike 2 on Clark. Clark hitting .276. Wayne. Saw him in this series. Phillies see about everybody, it seems, in this series out of the Rockies bullpen. Hung that slider. Hayes is going to go to third. Runners first and third, and nobody out. Like he had Clark buried in the count.
Yeah, and then he hangs a breaking ball, as Whitey said. Good base running by Charlie Hayes. Line drive to right center. And Eisenreich not going to take any chances throwing that ball towards third and allowing another runner move up in a scoring position. Just takes his time, gets it back into the infield, keep that double play in order.
Danny Schaefer, the catcher, the batter, lined out to right field in his first at-bat. So Jackson in some fourth inning trouble. Infield back. A little bit high, ball one to Schaefer. Schaefer hitting at 275. Joe Girardi does the bulk of the catching here. This guy's been around a while, Danny Schaefer. Spent a lot of time in the minor leagues. That ought to be a double play. It is. Run scores. Charlie Hayes scores, but Phillies will trade that for the double play.
That's why you do what Jim Eisenreich did on the play before that. You have a 4-run lead. You throw to the right base in this game, and good things happen a lot of times. Keep the double play in order. Morandini gives a kind of underhanded flip, a tough flip for Stocker to handle. Wasn't a good one from him, but that kid's a good player. You know, the shortstop wants that ball up around his chest every time, and there's Eisenreich who makes a proper play in the outfield to make that double play possible.
Mickey flipped him a changeup.
Yeah, a little bar of soap action.
Castilla flied out to center his first time up. Ball one to Castilla, Vinny Castilla. Looks like a pretty good little ball player too. 1-1 the count. He's hitting 270. So the Rockies have scored their first run. Hit. Castilla, two-out base runner.
Jim Tatum, it looks like, is going to come up and bat for Willie Blair.
Blair had a hit his first time up, but he's out of the ball game now. Tatum's a pretty good pinch hitter. He has 17 pinch hits. Castilla on first, 2 outs. Double play really hurt the Rockies because they've singled 3 times in this inning. Tatum trying to score a couple on one swing, misses the breaking pitch. Clarify that breaking pitch, it was a slider. A letter from a fan who thinks we're not specific enough on breaking pitches.
Well, sometimes you don't know. I mean, sometimes it's an in-between pitch. It's a slurve. You know, it could be a curve or a slider. In fact, you ask the pitcher, and they don't know what it is.
It does help to know, though, if you look at your monitor occasionally.
Occasionally?
There's Mo Sanford.
He was working a little slow in that first inning last night.
Eisenreich right there, and that'll retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 left on after 4 full innings. Phillies lead the Rockies 4-1.
The summer slate of fun clearance is rolling and the dealing is hot.
Squire, The summer Toyotathon's huge inventory and record sales goal means that now is the best time to save.
Right now, you can lease a Corolla for just $179 a month, complete with air, power steering, airbag, and more. Or check the low price on your cell. You can get a great deal today. Drop whatever you're doing. You've got to get to the summer Toyotathon now.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
There we were, a jillion miles outside of the hood. The bus got a flat, got no jack. Homie's gonna cut his grass. What's up?
4.5. Here down. Sold.
The man's round sales, but he's got no beat. Pardon me.
That was there. Huh?
Yo, MC Cow Seller.
Well, let's see how they scored. Phillies got 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Morandini tripled, and then Kruk doubled him in. Hollins followed with a double off the glove of Charlie Hayes. In the 4th inning, Incaviglia was solo homer, number 21. Lenny Dykstra, number 15. And the Rockies have just scored a run in the 4th inning on 2 singles and then a double play ball. 4-1 Phillies, and we go to the 5th with a new pitcher, Woody.
Left-hander Gary Wayne will face Hollins, Dalton, and Eisenreich here in the 5th. Hollins is 2 for 2 this afternoon with a single and a double, a run batted in. Dave's hitting .281.
Hollins hit a 2-run home run off Gary Wayne here when the Phillies were out here the first time. The guy on deck, Darren Dalton, has had a lot of trouble with his left-hander. You see the numbers on him.
High ERA, 5.40. Foul ball, 1-1 on Hollins. I would think you would have to discount a pitcher's earned run average in this ballpark, maybe by at least a run, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to give him a little consideration for the park he's pitching at. This isn't a park necessarily affected by wind like Wrigley.
3 for 3, Dave Hollins. He might try for 2. He will. And he's in with his 2nd double of the ball game, his 3rd straight hit.
Hollins came into the game 0 for 10, having a little trouble in the first 2 games here. Maybe the thumb was bothering, maybe it wasn't, but he's sure broken out of it today. Wayne throws a breaking ball, looked like on the outside corner, and he just went down and hit it in the alley to left center.
Dalton, the batter, has flied out to deep center and walked.
Darren is 1 for 6 against Wayne this year. It's a 2-run homer, and he struck out 4 times against him.
He'll try to move the runner here. Keeps throwing Dutch that same pitch to that curveball.
Yeah, the vet in that game that the Rockies won, the one time they beat the Phillies this year, he struck him out in the 9th inning on a forkball.
Strike 1 on Dalton. Just outside with a fastball. 1-1 the count. I will take you out to dinner, Wheels, if this pitch is not his curve. And you take me out if it isn't. There it is. Moves the runner. Dalton thrown out at first. Hollins moves to third base with 1 away. You owe me a dinner.
You didn't even give me a chance to say no kidding.
Jim Eisenreich, the batter. Jim is 1 for 2 with a single. And Don Baylor will bring his infield in tight again, try to cut off another run. Worked and fouled off out of play. Strike 1 on Eisenreich. Worked in the 2nd inning for Baylor when they got Incaviglia to ground into a force or into an out at home.
In that case, though, with the 8-hitter on deck and 1 out, they went with a contact play, and he was running on contact. I don't think they would do that necessarily in this situation. because you have Incaviglia on deck, even though it would be the second out, you have him hitting off a left-hander.
Strike 2 on Eisenreich. Eisenreich hits left-handers pretty well. He's in the hole here, 0-2. Bounces up there. Ball and 2 strikes on Eisenreich. I'd like to say these little things and have you go flipping through your book there to get
I just want to see what he was
numbers.
this year. He's 0 for 2 off him this year.
But he's hitting over 300 against left-handers.
This guy's pretty funky. He's tough on left-handed hitters.
Tried to hold his swing, went around. First strikeout for Wayne.
He'll throw a lot of breaking balls, and he has that herky-jerky motion. You see Eisenreich open way up against him. He gets left-handed hitters to pull off.
That's a big old roundhouse curve. He seems to be pretty effective with it to left-hand hitters. Here's Incaviglia, who's 1 for 2 with a home run. Collins at third, 2 outs. Think you'll give Inky anything to swing at?
Well,
check swing.
If he does it, it'll probably be a lot of junk.
Ball 1 on Incaviglia. Pete hitting .262. Ooh. That was junk, but he missed it. 1-1 to count. Outside. You notice before the pitch comes, Incaviglia always takes a little peek at his bat. I asked him about that. He said he wants to see that the trademark is up. Remember how they used to tell you as a kid, keep the trademark up?
Then you won't break as many.
And he checked. Yes, he did. 3-1 on Incaviglia.
He's seen 4 pitches, and he's not going to see. I don't think he's going to see a fastball.
Now they're going to walk him.
Yeah, they were just going to slop some stuff up there and see if they could get him out with something like that. And they didn't. So now they'll walk him.
Let's take their chances with Kevin Stocker. Intentional walk. Runners first and third, 2 outs for Stocker, who is struck out and was out trying to beat out a bunt. He's 0 for 2.
Kevin has 6 RBIs in this series.
He's a better right-hand hitter than left-hand hitter. Kevin's hitting .358. Popeye, Don Zimmer. Don Baylor behind him. What a fastball inside corner. Strike 1 on Stocker.
Gary Wayne is 6'3", 193-pounder, 30 years of age. Is pitched in the major leagues with Minnesota.
Right at Charlie Hayes, kind of a semi-line drive. That'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. Rockies batting in the 5th. Phillies lead 4-1.
There are lots of ways to have fun at a baseball game besides the game. Now, the games. The Phillies give Colorado a Rocky Mountain Roll Monday, August 23rd, and Tuesday, the 24th at 7:35, and Wednesday, the 25th at 12:35 in a business person special. Then Cincinnati turns red Friday, August 27th at 7:35, Saturday, the 28th at 7:05, and Sunday, the 29th at 1:35 when kids get a baseball jacket free. Call 463-1000.
So far this year, there have been 242 stories about a certain singer's book, 12 press conferences on the president's haircut, and 3 TV movies about the Long Island Lolita. But the media has yet to expose perhaps the most exciting event to date, the summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer. Where right now, we've got great values on every Accord, including our 10th anniversary edition, that comes fully loaded at a price that'll have the whole world talking. We admit it's no dinosaur blockbuster, but at least our savings are huge. The summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer, the smart way to go.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it.
Tastes just like chicken. What's that? Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by your local Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now's the time to save big on the best-selling cars and trucks in America during our Ford dealers model year-end clearance. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
A little bit threatening looking now. This game started in bright sunshine, and there is a prediction for scattered showers in the area later on.
Top of the order, Eric Young, Roberto Mejia, Chris Jones. Ball 1 to Young. He is walked, flied out to right. 0 for 1, hitting .256. Phillies lead 4-1. Hit hard, but Morandini there. 1 down. Nice play by Mickey. Mejia, the batter, has walked and singled.
You really have to get your nose down for the ball in this ballpark, and it can be very difficult because they take a lot of bad hops in the infield, and that ball was hit very hard. As you said, it was a good play by Morandini.
Mejia hitting .237. He's had some hits in this series, and most of them to center field.
Looks like he's a high ball hitter out over the plate.
Ball 1. Jackson missed with a slider. Kid's 21 years old. Going outside, ball 2.
It's a Dominican out of the Dodgers organization.
Strike 1, 2-1 on Mejia. Chased a high pitch. Count evens up.
From what we've seen him in this series, there isn't a high pitch he doesn't like. I mean, you can get him out up there too, but there are certain high pitches he can handle and drive a little bit. Mostly hits the ball to right and right center, and that's the way they're playing it.
Fouled off. And Don Baylor, the manager, was an excellent hitting coach also. And the turnaround he made for Galarraga is absolutely amazing. Galarraga didn't do anything for 2.5 seasons. I think he went.
Yep, he chased it.
Tried to hold.
That's what I mean. I mean, you throw the ball up there with him. You don't have to throw it in the strike zone, and you're going to get Mejia to chase it.
4th strikeout for Danny Jackson. Baylor evidently saw something in Galarraga when they were both in St. Louis. Well, he did change his style. He opened him up.
Opened him up a lot.
Galarraga's hitting in the 390s, but has not had enough at-bats to qualify for the batting title. There's Chris Jones 0 for 2. Strike 1 on him. He is flied to left. Grounded into a double play.
Yeah, when Galarraga comes back, there's still a chance he could win it with plate appearances, and then subtracting at bat, that formula that they have that could get kind of involved by the end of the year. You hope it doesn't come to that. You like to see a guy win the thing on the field playing all year.
A ball and a strike on Jones. Just outside. Did he check his swing? I guess he did. It's 3-1 now on Chris Jones.
Well, Danny Jackson make that motion with his hand after he threw that pitch. And it was a ball. He knows he dropped down too much that time. Danny Jackson has to get on top of his pitches to be effective. When he starts to drop down three-quarter a little bit, that's when he gets wild. The ball sails on him.
Lost him. The fourth walk given out by Jackson, the first since the first inning when he walked 3. Dante Bichette, who has been up twice and struck out twice.
This made Dante Bichette look bad today. We haven't seen much of that in this series.
Hitting .319. Leads the league in doubles.
Florida guy from Palm Beach Gardens, West Palm area.
Ball 1 to Bichette. Jackson retired the first 2 batters easily. Walk Jones. Ball 1 now to Bichette. That high fastball, 1-1 the count. He hit a home run in this series into left center. And Pete Incaviglia really plays him over there in left center.
Well, he's an opposite field hitter. You know, and that's why Incaviglia is playing him as far over as he is, because he doesn't pull the ball very often.
Base hit. Jones will go to third. And the Rockies have runners first and third, 2 outs for Charlie Hayes.
Opposite field hitters. Dante Bichette pitches away from him, and he hits it that way.
Hayes has walked and singled and scored a run. He scored the Rockies' only run back in the 4th inning. Charlie hitting at .301. Johnny Padres feeling better after a little bout with high blood pressure. Why did he get high blood pressure watching his pitchers? That play at first was fairly close. I think he'd just buy himself a rocking chair in that dugout and just kind of rock himself.
Oh, yeah.
Ball 1 to Hayes.
I'll tell you what's worth the price of admission is listening to a conversation between him and Zimmer down there before a game. When they start throwing one-liners, and they are funny, those two. What a couple of characters.
2 ex-Brooklyn Dodgers. Foul ball, 1-1 on Hayes. Fergosi. Jim doesn't change much down there in the dugout.
Players notice that with a manager, too. He does not give away a lot of times how he feels. Players are very, very good at reading that.
Slicing foul. A ball and 2 strikes on Hayes. He is hitting the ball a lot to center and right center. But against Mitch Williams in the 9th inning in the first game, he was trying to pull the ball.
And he might try to do that here because he represents a tying run.
And he struck out trying to pull the ball. That slider over the plate and high, that was hittable.
That was a hanger, and he got away with it because Charlie Hayes looked like he pulled off it a little bit. See his front side fly out, and as a result, he hits it off the end of the bat and fouls it back. If he'd have stayed closed on that one could have been trouble.
I think they better come up with plan B.
Or else get on top of that breaking ball and get it down.
Goes the base runner. Can he get him? He does. That'll retire the side with no damage. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left on. After 5 full innings, Phillies lead the Rockies 4-1.
It's been a record-breaking year at your Chrysler Plymouth dealers. So how should we bring it to a close? With a record-breaking clearance. Enjoy a selection of Concord's, Automobile Magazine's Automobile of the Year, and remarkable savings on all these 93 cars and minivans. Get the value-packed Plymouth Sundance, Air, Automatic, and Standard Driver's Airbag, all for around 10 grand. The record-breaking clearance now at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Okay, panel. How can you recognize the genuine Yellow Pages?
It has a yellow cover.
Good.
This is a Bell of Pennsylvania on the front?
Right.
It has more choices inside.
Yes! That's how you tell a genuine article from mere imitators. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The genuine Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Have a nice back-to-school gift coming up at the ballpark Sunday, September 12th. A 1:35 start against the Astros. It's Backpack Day for all fans 14 and under. A red backpack with the Phillies logo. What a way to show your Phillies colors. Compliments of camel suits. Backpack Day, Sunday, September 12th. Phillies in Houston, a 1:35 start. You can get your tickets easily by calling 463-1000 or stop by any of the many local Ticketmaster outlets. Danny Jackson leads it off. He's been up twice, struck out twice. Looks like he's going for the hat trick.
He does strike out quite a bit. Coming into this game, he had struck out 25 times.
Ball and a strike on Jackson. Phillies lead it 4-1. We're in the top of the 6th. Jackson, Dykstra, and Morandini to face Wayne. Got him. 3rd straight time for Danny Jackson. 2nd strikeout for Wayne. Dykstra the batter. Lenny is singled, grounded out sharply, and hit a home run. He's 2 for 3. Now hitting at .306. Ball 1 to Dykstra.
Lenny's high point this year was .309 twice, the last time on the 31st of July. Well, he's climbing back to that again. He'd gotten under 300 coming in here.
Low with a curve. 2-0 the count. One down, nobody on. First to the top of the sixth. That ball's hit well. Extra bases for Dykstra. He's going to go for 3 if he'll go. Oops, he stops. He made the mistake of coasting between first and second, and when Bichette dropped the ball, he put it into another gear, but then kind of stumbled going around second. He'll get a double. It's his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Yeah, he should have had a triple on this. It's a hanging breaking ball, and he fires that hip out and hits it off the wall on one pop there, and then it just dies on that warning track. Bichette doesn't come up with it, but as Whitey said, he had stumbled coming around second. He should have been on 3rd.
Mickey Morandini, the batter.
Actually, he stumbled going into second. You saw it about 2 steps before the bag is when he stumbled.
Morandini's 2 for 3 with a triple and a single and a run scored.
Dykstra's telling Castilla the spot right there. Man, that got me. That dirt got me right there. And I should have been on 3rd.
If he were a trotter, they would have disqualified him.
Yeah.
Because he lost his pace.
That's right. He did lose his pace.
Ooh, off the leg, I believe. Did they get him? Got him. Ooh, close play. Nice play by Mejia.
Roberto Mejia is a good-looking defensive player. Breaking ball right off the end of the bat by Morandini, and it goes under the glove of Wayne. It hit the rubber is what it did and kicked it over there. And look at Mejia quickly to his left and throws him out. Fine play.
Good call by the first base umpire, Angel Hernandez. That's the argument there.
He got hurt. Mejia might have hurt himself stretching for that ball, possibly. You know.
Well, he had to change direction very quickly. That might have done it.
Might have pulled a muscle.
X was on 3rd, 2 outs.
I think he just pointed at his rib cage.
You don't think that ball hit?
I thought it hit the
Wayne's
rubber.
Foot?
No, I thought it hit the rubber on the replay.
I saw a ball hit a rubber and bounce to second.
Well, maybe it did then, but it didn't look like it. Well, let's see. It hit the rubber.
I believe you're right. Looks like I don't think it hit his foot.
Now here he is. He's very open when he goes and throws that, and possibly could have pulled a little rib cage area because he had to use all body then, you know, and not be able to close his shoulder to throw that. Looks like they're going to take him out.
Truck is due to face Gary Wayne.
Yeah, it's his side. It's a rib cage area. And they can really be nagging injuries. Here we go again. You see him charge, and now he's very open as he throws. And must have just pulled something in his side. A rib cage.
That's Freddie Benavides coming in to replace Roberto Mejia. This has been a relatively quiet game in Mile High Stadium. Usually there are a lot more runs on the board. Phillies 4 runs, 11 hits. Rockies 1 run, 6 hits. No errors in the game. And we're ready to go. Kruk is 1 for 3 with a double. Run scored, run batted in. Krucker hitting at .341.
He's had 1 hit and 4 at bats against this left-hander so far in this season.
Dykstra at 3rd. 2 outs. Woo. Pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Kruk really giving Larry Vanover a lip. Strike on Crump.
Said how quiet it was here. That just woke the crowd up.
Tuck had a good pitch to hit on the second strike, not the first one. The first one was a bad ball. That's why he was squawking. That's an eyewash pitch. Smoke screen. Fastball. Let him look at it.
And then spin one.
1-2 the count. Good block by Danny Schaefer. 2-2 the count on Truck. He really flips that curveball. There's a lot of rotation on it. There it is again. Full count to Truck. I'm sure Truck will see another one.
He's trying to make a perfect pitch to him, but he's getting it so far outside that Truck's not chasing it. Phillies have Hollins on deck, too, and they'd like to get him up there right-handed.
It's even so far outside they can't call it a strike. There it is. Striking out. That was a bad pitch, too. Truck chased it. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left on. Rockies batting in the 6th. Phillies lead 4-1.
It's summer clearance time at your Hyundai dealer. And with factory cash back up to $2,000, it's the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Get into a thrifty new Excel right now for as little as $63.99. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And on top of all that, you get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no-cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in now for the best selection during summer clearance time. Ends Labor Day.
There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. A fresh little crib, you know, and brand spanking new. And that shoe let her do things that no man could do. She jukes and she cuts and stops dead in her tracks. She plants and she spins, leaving chumps on their backs. And who gets the credit? Some mother named Goose. Check you out, yo. Converse, of course. And that new React juice.
When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, you'll get all the cash all at once in one lump sum. And won't that feel good? Cash 5. All the cash all at once. To win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5 lump sum jackpot, just match 5 of 39 numbers. Any 5 numbers you're attached to. Cash 5. All the cash all at once.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Hear, hear. Your local Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, cars that make sense. And by Nationwide Insurance, Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in media is Gene Giello. Bottom of the 6th. Gerald Clark leads it off. Clark, Schaefer, Castilla. Ball 1 on Clark. Clark is 1 for 2 with a single, hitting at .278. Danny Jackson has been in some trouble, able to pitch out of most of it. Shot foul. Ball and a strike on Clark.
Right-hander Marcus Moore is up throwing. He was in the game last night, threw real hard. Pitcher's due to bat 4th in the inning. Phillies would like to get Jackson through 6. Fregosi really likes his chances with his bullpen with a lead after 6 innings.
Ground ball to Stocker. Good scoop over to first. Clark is out, 1 down.
That ball went down on Kevin Stocker. It was hopping high going out, and then when it hit the grass, it stayed straight. And when it hit the dirt, it went straight down. See him shaking his head out there. Watch this. That's a good play. Boy, he put that position under control.
Danny Schaefer, the batter, has lined to right, grounded into a double play. 0 for 2, hitting .274. Ball 1 on Schaefer. Still some clouds around, but doesn't look like any particular rain threat. And ball 2. Good crowd. 50-some thousand. Fair ball. Like a double for Schaefer. A one-out double for Danny Schaefer. Ripped that ball between Hollins and the third base bag. First extra base hit for Colorado. Danny Castilla.
Danny Schaefer gets his 8th double of the year as he hits this ball right down the line.
Castilla has a single and 2 times at bat. And Hopper right back to Jackson. Easy play to first for the second out.
And they'll bring out Pedro Castellano to bat for Wayne.
Danny Jackson trying to get out of this inning. Gary Wayne did a good job. Castellano. Big right-hander, more who we saw in last night's game. Did a good job for them. Strike on Castellano.
That's another guy out of the Atlanta organization.
This time outside. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies lead at 4-1. High again. Colorado has 7 hits off Jackson, and there have been 4 walks, so they've had some base runners. Jackson's flirted with some trouble. Pitch there. 2-2 the count.
Phillies are playing Castellano as an opposite field hitter. Eisenreich is fairly shallow in right. Dykstra shaded over towards right center. Seeing Cavilla way off the line. And they're pitching him away.
Strike 3 call. Broke that slider right in over the plate. And that'll retire the side. No runs hit, 1 left on. Harry Kellis joins Wheels in the 7th. After 6 full, Phillies lead Colorado 4-1.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud, Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today. It's a really good-looking baseball jacket, free for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Acme and Kraft when the Phillies play the Reds Sunday, August 29th at 1:35. They'll make a racket to get this jacket. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 4 and the Rockies 1. Tomorrow at 6:30, Peggy's old school rival challengers to a bowl-off. And at 7, the Bundys dine in elegance on Married with Children, only on PHL 17. New pitcher, the big right-hander Marcus Moore, third pitcher of the game for the Rockies, and for play-by-play, Harry Callis.
All right, nice wheels. Moore is a 22-year-old, 6'5", 195-pounder. He throws hard. He was clocked. His top fastball last night was clocked at 96. That's on the fast gun, of course. This is his 14th game. 1 win, no losses, a 2.77 ERA. 13 innings of work, 10 hits, and 4 earned runs. He has struck out 6 and walked 7. Big young man from Oakland, California. Second pick in the 3rd round by the Rockies in the expansion draft from Toronto. 2 balls and a strike to Hollins, who's had a good ball game. Hollins is 3 for 3 with a pair of doubles. Straight up in the air behind the plate. Schaefer has room and makes the grab, and Hollins is out. 1 down. First time Day's been retired. The batter will be Darren Dalton, who's flied to center, walked, and grounded out. Marcus Moore's numbers in the minor leagues were so-so. He was 1-0 at Central Valley with 2 saves and an 0.75 ERA. At Colorado Springs at the AAA level, he was 1-5, 4 saves and a 4.47 ERA. 38 strikeouts in 44 innings, 29 walks. Roger Mason up in the bullpen. He's Mike Williams. A high pop-up. And Castilla, the shortstop, makes the grab. So the Phil's getting under the pitches of Marcus Moore here. That's Mike Williams. He's probably loosing on his own. Danny Jackson, after a shaky start when he walked the bases loaded, has settled down and pitched very well here today.
Yeah, we talked about it last inning, Harry, that Fregosi feels good once he gets his game into the 6th, 7th inning, and he's gotten his starter into the 7th because the bullpen has been pitching so well. Williams is a guy he'll use a little bit earlier in the game.
1 strike to Jim Eisenreich. He has singled, flied out, and struck out. There's Danny Jackson. Off to a real shaky start, walking the bases loaded, and got out of that inning without any damage as held the Rockies to 7 hits and 1 run. And has only walked 1 since the 1st inning. Two strikes to Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich called out on strikes, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Stretch time at Mile High. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phil's on top, 4-1.
Wavelengths waking up the town of San Francisco.
All right, Gene, you drive this bus, nobody gets hurt.
Only in San Francisco.
Where we're hooking up with superstar Michael Damian.
My fantasy would be to play the Phantom of the Opera.
And making a play for the local action.
These are the guys we're going to be playing against.
Wavelength. No rules. Just fun.
There's 2 big men chasing me. I'm not enjoying it.
Tomorrow at 5:30 on PHL 17.
Dear Midas customers, introducing the Midas $20 now, $20 later sale.
Come to Midas now, and you'll get $20 off your purchase. Whether it's for brakes, shocks and struts, or mufflers, that's $20 off. And because you never know when something else might go wrong, Midas will also give you $20 off your next visit. The Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. That's the Midas way, the way it should be.
Ah, the signs of summer. They're all around us. Now there's a new one, the Oldsmobile Summer of Savings. It means it's the best time of the year to buy a new Olds, like this loaded Cutlass Supreme Special Edition. It was $18,663. Now it's $15,995. And this loaded 88 Royale Special Edition. It was $21,971. Now only $18,995. Look for the new sign of summer that says it's the best time ever to buy a new Olds.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with a Blue Cross Blue Shield health tip. When should you buy your baby's first toothbrush? As soon as the baby's teeth appear, your child is ready for his or her first toothbrush. Skip the toothpaste at first. The foaming action is uncomfortable for infants.
Here's your game summary. Kruk and Hollins with back-to-back doubles gave the Phils a 2-0 lead in the third. Then Incaviglia and Lenny Dykstra with solo home runs in the fourth inning. The Lions score up, and the Phillies lead it by a score of 4-1. A rather low-scoring game, Eric, from what we used to here.
Coming into this game, the Phils had scored 56 runs in the 5 previous games, but lead at 4-1 here. The sun coming out, and so time called as Pete Incaviglia got his sunglasses. Eric Young will lead it off. Young has walked fly to right and grounded out. 1 ball and no strikes.
To be aware of the bunt from Young, as you see Hollins charge from third and Kruk from first. He doesn't just show the bunt, he will bunt.
Mary Walker for a convention in the Denver area, joining Phillies baseball today. Two balls and no strikes.
Get a little heat from the dugout as Larry Vanover. John Vukovic, who's on Vanover. He and Vanover do not see eye to eye at certain times, I've been told.
A bit high, 3-0.
We'll get the bullpen up fast. Here in the seventh inning. Yeah, here we go.
There's the guy I had up last inning.
Yeah, Mason is getting up now. Yeah. Well, you had the right thought process.
Mason's taller than Mike Williams. I don't know how I thought that was Mason.
Even the greats do it, Harry.
There he is. There's Roger Mason. 3 balls and 1 strike to Eric Young. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Eric Young.
Pretty good at bat by Young as the leadoff man. His team down by 4, top of the order, or down by 3, top of the order. And he's just taking as many pitches as possible, trying to get on. Baylor has to like that.
Puts the ball on the ground to shortstop and stop. Throw. Young falls rounding first, so he'll have to stay there. A rare error on Kevin Stocker.
They're saying there's interference involved on that Kruk obstructed Young's chance to get to second base, and Baylor's going to come out as Stocker's been playing so well, makes a careless error then.
Well, Kruk's got to go after the ball.
It's close. It was very close because Kruk stayed there a while. And then Young it looked like Young pushed at him. Let's see if we can see what happens. Stocker has an easy player. I mean, he fields the ground ball, throws it away. Well, watch with Kruk. Yeah, that's not, you know,
no,
that's just incidental.
The ball.
Exactly. It's a good call by the first base umpire.
Angel Hernandez.
Right there as he jumps up, he's on his way after the ball. They collide. No interference or obstruction on it.
That'll bring on young Freddie Benavides batting for the first time. He's hitting at .267. He came in for the injured Roberto Mejia when Mejia had to leave the game. One strike to Benavides.
Talking about Stocker in this series, how well he's played on this terrible infield. And he had one of his easier chances there and threw the ball away.
Two strikes to Benavides. Breaking, and it's foul down the first base side. Still 0-2. Thanks to Ron Cairn and Jeffrey Ettinger of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, vacationing out here for the goodies sent up. We're in the 7th. Phil's lead at 4-1. Bouncing ball to shortstop. That's not a double play ball. But they'll get one. Benavides safe at first on a fielder's choice. They got the lead runner, one down. It'll bring on Chris Jones, who is skied out to left, grounded into a double play, and walked. One down, runner at first base. Called as a bullpen ball is loose. And Fregosi, one of Don Baylor's managers during Baylor's playing career. Pretty well hit to center, but the dude is there, and that's out number 2. Jones is a first ball swinger. He kind of helped Danny Jackson out in the first inning after Jackson walked 2 and swung at a high pitch and popped it into shallow left.
Yeah, they had a chance to catch Jackson in the first inning, and that was a key out.
Brings on Dante Bichette. He has twice struck out and singled to right. That he missed. One strike.
They have Ken Pottenfield up throwing in the bullpen right now, but he's a starter, and he's due to pitch this weekend, so he's probably just getting a little work in on the side.
Pitching one of those games of the doubleheader, I guess, against the Mets, or that or Sunday. Off into the air to right field. Easy play for Eisenreich. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, one error, one left. We go to the 8th inning. Phil's on top 4-1.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look
If you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
So far this year, there have been 242 stories about a certain singer's book, 12 press conferences on the president's haircut, and 3 TV movies about the Long Island Lolita. But the media has yet to expose perhaps the most exciting event to date, the summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer. Where right now, we've got great values on every Accord, including our 10th anniversary edition, that comes fully loaded at a price that'll have the whole world talking. We admit it's no dinosaur blockbuster, but at least our savings are huge. The summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer, the smart way to go.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. By Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. And by Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. Pete Incaviglia leads it off, pops a foul back and out of play. Incaviglia's hit into a fielder's choice, homered, and been intentionally walked. Facing the hard-throwing right-hander Marcus Moore, who's in his second inning in relief of Gary Wayne. Phil's lead 4-1 here in the 8th inning. Checked on a low breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Didn't check on that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
As hard as this Marcus Moore throws, he can be very difficult on a right-handed batter when he throws that breaking ball, because he's going to get them to pull off.
Incaviglia's home run today is 21st. He could conceivably lead the Phils in homers, being an everyday player. He's tied with Dutch right now for the team leadership.
Well, Fregosi and Lee Thomas said in the offseason, amidst all that criticism, when they brought him over, he was going to hit 20-plus homers.
Fastball is low. He did check. It's a full count. Larry Anderson now is throwing in the Phillies bullpen.
Yeah, they've gotten Jackson through 7. He'll probably be finished for the game. There's Anderson. Might even see Williams again today.
Foul back. It's a full count. Ben Rivera having some fun.
He does have a good time. Ben is.
Yeah, he smiles a lot.
Oh, yeah, he's a happy-go-lucky guy. Except when he pitches.
McMahon gets jammed, but he fouls it down the first base side. Still 3-2. Kurt Schilling will be pitching tomorrow night at Houston against Pete Harnisch. We see all right-hand starters on this trip. Saturday night it'll be Terry Mulholland and Doug Graybeck, and on Sunday Ben Rivera and Darryl Kyle. Bouncing ball top to third. Charlie Hayes charges and just got Incaviglia. 1 down. That'll bring up Kevin Stocker. And Ricky Jordan is moving into the on-deck circle, so Danny Jackson will be finished after 7 innings of work, and good 7 innings turned in by DJ. 1 run, 7 hits, struck out 5, walked 4. 3 of those walks came in the first inning, but he settled down thereafter. Here's Stocker. One ball and no strikes to Kevin Stocker. Shot past the first baseman Clark and all the way to the corner. Stocker probably will get 3 out of it. He's going. And he'll reach third base easily with a stand-up triple. His second 3-base hit of the year.
370 feet down the right field line. You can run a little bit. You get the ball down in that corner, and you're going to get triples in this ballpark. Stocker turns a Marcus Moore fastball around. He came down and into him a little bit. About 2 feet fair and all the way to the corner. Now they're going to bring Milt Thompson out with a runner at third base and bring a left-handed hitter up to face Marcus Moore and try and get this run in.
So Milt Thompson will pinch hit for Danny Jackson. Thompson hitting at .255 as a pinch hitter. He is 6 for 20. The Rockies will bring the infield in with a runner at third and 1 out.
Thompson's Fergosi's one left-handed move off the bench this afternoon, so he's going to take it right here.
Kevin Stocker at third base with 1 out. That'll get the run home and maybe do more. It is caught against the fence by Young. Stocker scores easily, and the Phillies lead it 5-1 on a deep sacrifice fly by Milt Thompson.
Good job by Thompson. That ball, as Harry said, might be more. That looked like it died out there, or the wind knocked it down. The way the ball jumps to left and left center, sometimes anytime a guy gets his arms out that way, you think it's going to go over that fence.
Well, it's a 5-1 Phillies lead, and the batter will be Lenny Dykstra, who's had another big day. A single. His only out was a shot at the second baseman, a homer, and a double. How many hits does he have in this series, Ned?
Well, 3, and 3 last night is 6, and 2 is 8.
Not a bad series for the dude.
Has his average up to 307. Came in here hitting 298 in the first game of the series.
3 balls and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
Triple gets him to cycle.
Which has not been done by a Phil since that John Callison.
That's correct. 30 years ago. Johnny likes it when we mention that.
This is a triple spark, no question about that. If he pulls the ball down the right field line, he's got 3 bases, or if he hits one to right center.
Well, he should have had a triple last time, but he was going into second kind of slowly, and then when the ball was not handled by Bichette, he stumbled, and then it stayed at second.
3 balls and 1 strike. Bielsa would not be adverse to pick up his 100th walk this year, which he does. Walk number 100 for Dykstra. He's a 2-out base runner for Mickey Morandini, who's 2 out of 4, has grounded into a double play, tripled, singled, and grounded out. Phil's leading 5-1 here in the 8th. One strike to Morandini. Ball, 1 strike. Broncos play a football game here tomorrow against the Miami Dolphins, so Rockies will be off tomorrow. Play a doubleheader with the Mets on Saturday.
Mets got in here last night after their game with Cincinnati. Yeah, so
1:30.
They'll have a long stay here in Denver.
2 days off. Shocked that I have not seen Bobby Wine out here advanced scouting these Colorado Rockies in preparation for that doubleheader on Saturday.
Shocked. Been shocked to see him. For any member of that traveling party. I think they've seen enough baseball this year, whatever that is. They've had.
Foul back and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You would have thought Timmy would have come out to say hello.
McCarver?
Yeah.
No. No, in fact, I spoke with him earlier this week, and he said don't expect to see him. He made a point to mention that.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Morandini.
What an unbelievable offensive player he is.
On base 4 times again today. 4 times last night. Morandini's called out on strikes. That'll retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-1. Phillies lead.
When you move into a new house, little things are going to come up. Unexpected things. Things the previous owner forgot to mention. So to make your new house a home, turn to the book with more choices. It can even help if you want to get out of the house for a while. The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bella Pantic Company.
To celebrate the introduction of KFC's new Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken, PHL 17 and KFC want to send you to Jamaica. When you stop by and try the Colonel's new Rotisserie Gold Chicken, deep marinated and slow roasted to perfection, fill out an entry blank for a chance to bask in a warm glow of your own. 1 grand prize winner will enjoy a trip for 2 to sunny Jamaica, and 2 second prize winners will enjoy a Phillies game from the luxurious Superbox. Let KFC and PHL 17 take you to Jamaica and enjoy the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken.
I remember last year, honey, when we were moving.
Right.
Well, she called us and said if we put both our new house and car policies with her, we would save money.
Well, we have so many choices at Nationwide, and my job is to make you aware of your options.
She's always there with an answer.
That's the way we're trained, to be very knowledgeable and to be there when people really need you the most. And that's important.
Agents like Margaret are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side.
The official 1993 Phillies gift and souvenir catalog, courtesy of Kellogg's, is now available. The catalog features all your favorite Phillies items, including jackets, jerseys, T-shirts, caps, and much more. Get the catalog free by calling the Phils at 463-1000 and ask for a Phillies souvenir and gift catalog. Larry Anderson is the Phillies' new pitcher, appearing in his 48th game. He's won 3, lost 1. His ERA took a little leap after giving up 4 runs here in the first game of this series on Tuesday night. But it's still a very respectable 2.49. It was under 2 point. He's worked 47 innings, given up 37 hits and 13 earned runs, has struck out 47 while walking 20. So Larry Anderson on here in the 8th inning. Phil's lead 5-1. Charlie Hayes will lead it off. He's walked, singled, and grounded out. 7 good innings by Danny Jackson today.
7 good innings, especially after the way he got started by walking the bases loaded in the first inning. Gerald Clark hooked that shot foul down the line. Wasn't that close to a grand slam, but you know, it gave him a little start.
Fly ball to right center. Lenny Dykstra has a beat on it. Makes the grab.
That ball came back. I really think Milt Thompson's ball got knocked down the left field.
Yeah, it could. The winds swirl here, and they're strong. Milt is now playing left field, incidentally, replacing Pete Incaviglia.
The way that ball left the bat, and there you see the flags, they're blowing straight in. And it's the first time since we've been here in this series that we've seen them blow that way.
Pretty well hit. That is well hit, and that ball is off the base of the right center field fence. Clark will get a triple on it. Stand-up triple for Gerald Clark, his 4th.
Gerald Clark hit that one fairly low, and he just took the wind right out of play. He hit it right through it. Really hit that ball hard. Guys are coming out swinging this eighth inning. They're not taking any pitches. Anderson throws that cutter away, and he jumped on it.
That'll bring on Danny Schaefer. He's lined to right, grounded into a double play and doubled. David West now will start throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Low and away for a strike. 0-1 to Danny Schaefer.
It's an interesting call.
Well, where was it?
Low and away.
Burns now getting on Larry Vanover a little bit.
Luckily,
he's not had a real good game behind the plate, Mr. Vanover.
Luckily, the innings that I worked with Whitey in the middle, he was not too bad, so there was not much umpire bashing going on.
Popped him up, foul. It'll be out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Schaefer. Anderson will go for a strikeout here with a runner at third base and 1 out. Don Baylor and Ron Hasse, one of his coaches in the Colorado dugout. Small crowd here today, just 53,000.
Really? For them, that is a small crowd.
It's amazing. Great fans here.
Yes, we've enjoyed our stay here. This is a very nice city. Great addition to the league.
It really is. Well, last night they give Bruce Ruffin a standing ovation when he was taken out of the game.
Yeah, he gave up the lead, too.
After giving up the tying and go-ahead runs.
Yeah. Well, it was only 2, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
Some of those other relievers give up a lot more.
Tap to the shortstop. The run's going to score, but Schaefer is out. So it's now a 5-2 game. The Phillies lead is 3, and that probably means the Wild Thing will pitch the 9th inning, since it is a saving situation with that run crossing the plate.
It's well analyzed, Terry.
The batter will be Vinny Castilla. Castilla's fly to center singled and grounded out. Strike. Well, Boston is moving to the on-deck circle. He would bat for Marcus Moore if Castilla reaches. Line drive to left field. Milt Thompson slips. Ball gets by him. It'll be a double for Castilla.
He was going to catch that ball. I mean, Milt Thompson, it was hit hard. It was hooking away from him, but he had it lined up. And as we've seen a lot of outfielders do during this series on the bad turf out there, his feet just went out from under him. The ball was coming down in a hurry, so he wasn't able to recover. Anderson makes a bad pitch, a breaking ball that hung. Right there, Thompson was going to catch the ball, and then he slips, and now he can't get it.
And Jim Fregosi is going to go to David West in this situation. So Anderson will be taken out, and the left-hander David West will be called in, with the Phillies leading by a score of 5-2. Pitching change for the Phils. We are in the 8th inning. It's 5-2 Phillies. Back after these messages.
It's often taken for granted. Yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
David West is the Phillies' new pitcher. This is his 57th game. He's among the league leaders in appearances. He's won 5, lost 3, saved 2. His ERA is 2.77. 68 in the third innings. Average is better than the strikeout per inning. 70 strikeouts, 34 walks.
Don Baylor's going to counterpunch now and bring out Joe Girardi, right-handed batter, to face West.
West's first 2 warm-up pitches went back to the screen. The fans kind of got on him. West might set an all-time record for appearances by a left-hand pitcher this season. Phillies record. Called by whom, Wheels?
Tug?
Good guess. Incorrect, however.
By a left-hander.
Yes, by a left-hander. By a left-hander, not by overall. Kent McCulvey holds the overall record with 90 appearances, but by a left-hand pitcher.
How about that Al Bullet Holland?
Mr. T?
Yeah.
That would also be incorrect.
When was it? What year?
How quickly they forget. Don Carmen.
Right.
3-0. So the Phillies bullpen, which had done so well coming into this game, now all of a sudden having a little trouble. The games in this park are not easy. They'll make a wave again to the bullpen. They send Tommy Green out there to get Mitch Williams up. Not that one over.
Yeah, this is an amazingly low-scoring game. Only 5-2.
Joe Girardi hitting at 278. He's their #1 catcher. His first pinch hit appearance this year. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Williams gets down. It's Roger Mason. Larry Anderson pacing the dugout. Breaking ball away. It's a full count.
He held on to this one a little bit too long. Did come down a little, though. Had a little tumble to it.
Good thing, or would have hit the screen. Walks in. And it'll bring on Eric Young. Young's walk, fly to right, grounded out, then safe. Fouls off a breaking ball, still 2-2. Rockies have 2 men on base, 2 down. Here in the 8th.
See the Rockies today with runners in scoring position.
center field. Castilla will score, and it's now a 5-3 ball game. So the Rockies now within 2. And the batter will be Freddie Benavides.
Never seemed to be easy here. Breaking ball, not a bad pitch, really.
No.
And Young went out and got it. Yeah, give him credit. Good piece of hitting by Young.
So the Phillies' lead is down to 2 runs now. Both of these runs will be charged to Larry Anderson. 2 men on base and 2 outs. One strike to Benavides. Taps the ball foul. 2 strikes to Freddie Benavides.
Not a good series for Larry Anderson's ERA, that's for sure.
Well, he came in with an ERA well under 2. And he has been charged with 6 earned runs in this series in 1 2/3 innings. Lofted foul right field side. Eisenreich will not catch up to it.
Mason wanted to get that slider away from Benavides, and he got a little bit middle in then. He kind of jammed himself, probably looking for the ball away and diving into it. But Mason lives on that outside part of the plate with these right-handed batters. Bruce Hurst, former Padre, who's going to be pitching here over the weekend.
That is well hit, and that ball is out of here, and Colorado has taken a 6-5 lead here in the 8th inning. A 3-run home run by Freddie Benavides. Benavides' second home run of the year. So the Phillies bullpen, which had been doing such a superb job, has really failed him here today.
Well, we just said where the pitch was prior to that. I mean, he had thrown a hanging slider middle in, and he throws another one. Watch where it is. There it is. See, Dalton wanted that ball way away, and Mason throws it down and in, and that's the home run spot in this ballpark.
So the Rockies lead at 6-5. Fans are on their feet now. 1 strike to Chris Jones.
Benavides wasn't in the game. The only reason he's in is because Mejia got hurt.
One ball and 1 strike. Phillies kind of cruising along in this game, but in this ballpark, you're just really not safe.
Yeah, and Mason, he got away with the slider the pitch before that, and, you know, he just made another bad pitch, and he got it middle in. I mean, Benavides can't reach the ball if he throws it away from him. He was pulling off so bad.
Fouls it back. One ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to Chris Jones. Rockies have scored 5 here in the 8th. Bouncing ball to Kevin Stocker. Jones retired. So are the Rockies, but they send 8 men to the plate, scoring 5 runs. 4 hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 9th. It's 6-5 Colorado.
You can feel it deep in
lots of ways to have fun at a baseball game besides the game. Now, the games. The Phillies give Colorado a Rocky Mountain Low Monday, August 23rd, and Tuesday, the 24th at 7:35, and Wednesday, the 25th at 12:35 in a business person special. Then Cincinnati turns red Friday, August 27th at 7:35, Saturday, the 28th at 7:05, and Sunday, the 29th at 1:35 when kids get a baseball jacket free. Call 463-1000.
It's been a record-breaking year at your Chrysler Plymouth dealers. So how should we bring it to a close? With a record-breaking clearance. Enjoy a selection of Concord's Automobile Magazine's Automobile of the Year and remarkable savings on all these 93 cars and minivans. Get Plymouth Acclaim, the lowest priced 6-passenger car in America, with air and automatic. Save around $2,600. The record-breaking clearance, now at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer. After 8 innings of play, it's Colorado 6 and the Phillies 5. Weeknights at 5:30, it's like a talk show, only cooler. Jennifer Smith hosts Wavelength right here on PHL 17. Aaron Holmes is the new pitcher for the Rockies. He'll try to save this one. Holmes, in his 45th game, he's won 1, lost 3, 14 saves, a 5.32 ERA. He's been very effective lately. 11 consecutive save conversions. Facing John Kruk, who takes it low. Kruk's 1 out of 4.
Look back to that inning, too. The ball with the double that was hit that Milt Thompson was about to catch and slip would have been the 3rd out of the inning.
Yep.
So this is a funny ballpark. You're getting some weird games here.
Low again, 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Kruk. Nice grab by Holmes, and that's 1 down. Ball pretty sharply hit back through the middle, but a nice play by Darren Holmes. Holmes was the 3rd pick in the 1st round of the expansion draft from Milwaukee. Brings on Dave Hollins. Hollins 3 for 4, a single, 2 doubles, and a foul out. Just missed with a fastball. Fans didn't like the call. With a breaking ball. Line drive to center, but it hangs up for Jones. That's 2 outs, and it's up to Darren Dalton. Well, 53,000 plus here at Mile High Stadium, looking for the Rockies' first win against the Phillies here in this ballpark.
Yeah, they've lost 9 in a row at home, too.
They are an enthusiastic bunch here. The appeal going down to Ed Rapuano, who said the Dutch swung. Bouncing ball, foul. 0-2. Now balls and 2 strikes to Darren Dalton. He's called out on strikes on a forkball. He knew it. Save number 15 for Darren Holmes. A 1-2-3 inning for him. And the Rockies have made the 53,000 plus here at Mile High Stadium happy with a big comeback win. A 5-run 8th inning highlighted by Brett Benavides' 3-run homer. Colorado wins 6-5. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.